Well, it's precisely what you just explained. For example, I went into Haiti into a little mud shack, and there were two children. One was a 2-year-old who was eating a little handful of rice, and the other one was a 4-year-old who was looking very sad but not eating. And I said to him, "Pour qui c'est pas manger," which is Creole for why are you not eating? And he said very sadly, almost crying, "Today it's not my turn to eat."
Mm.
When I tell that story, and I always, bring it to my grandchildren, I cannot imagine how painful it would be if I were a grandparent and I could not feed my grandchildren. My children are all big now, so they can feed themselves, but the grandchildren. And so when I tell that story, I hear gasps coming out of the audience, because in the United States, we cannot imagine that. You have to go perhaps to the Mississippi Delta or some area, that's very, very depressed, but you just can't imagine it in your everyday life. And if one of your neighbor's children came to you and told you, "I haven't eaten today," you'd give them food. And that's what I bring to them, that this is someone's grandchild that is not eating because they have to, go in one day, you feed one day the next, because of poverty, not because of laziness, but because of poverty. That will break their heart, and it will make them give. But if I told them that in Haiti there are, hundreds of kids who die every day of malnutrition, if they have $100 in their pocket and they say, "Okay, there are thousands of kids, what can $100 do?" Nothing. But if you tell them this story, that system the right brain wants to save that child, and will make the donor want to give immediately for that.
Yeah.
Same with your ask, even your ask table. It's a big difference when you say $50 will feed a child for 6 months, and when you say your loving, compassionate gift of $50 will feed a starving child for 6 months. You have called them loving, you have called them compassionate, which brings them closer to their ideal moral identity. You have called them lifesavers because the child is starving. And that's who we dealt with at Food for the Poor. The poorest of the poor, the children who were worst off. We had nutritional centers everywhere, and the stories are both heartbreaking and then wonderful also. And occasionally you tell them the wonderful one, but then end with a heartbreaking one again if you want them to give.